In the silent hours of the night, when the world grows still and shadows stretch long across forgotten walls, a question stirs within us. What power do we truly possess when all else is stripped away? It is here, in the solitude of our most vulnerable moments, that the heart of Stoicism beats with relentless clarity. This is not a philosophy for the faint of heart. It is not gentle solace for those seeking comfort. No, Stoicism is a forge, a crucible that demands we confront our weakness, embrace suffering and rise, not in defiance of hardship, but because of it. We are not born resilient. We are forged into resilience by adversity. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." These words, ancient yet immortal, are not mere poetry. They are a battle cry. They remind us that obstacles are not chains to bind us, but chisels to sculpt us into something greater. Seneca, another giant of this enduring philosophy, taught that suffering is not our enemy, it is our greatest teacher. When grief claws at us, when disappointment crushes the air from our lungs, it is here that the Stoic finds clarity. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body, and so we do not run from hardship, we invite it. We study its shape, understand its lesson, and use it to carve our spirit into steel." But how does one begin this transformation? How do we rise above the storm of destructive emotions, fear, anger, envy, that threaten to tear us apart? The answer is brutal in its simplicity. We choose how we respond. Epictetus, once a slave who rose to become a teacher of emperors, understood the essence of freedom. He taught that true power lies not in what happens to us, but in how we choose to meet it. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Every moment of anger, every surge of fear, it is a test of our will. Do we let the storm dictate our course, or do we become the calm eye within it? We are not our emotions, we are not our circumstances, we are the architects of our own minds. Imagine standing in the midst of chaos, loss, betrayal, pain, and finding within yourself a fortress of unshakable calm. This is not fantasy, it is discipline, it is training, it is the practice of viewing every hardship as an opportunity to strengthen your character. The Stoics did not seek immortality in the flesh, they sought immortality in virtue. They knew that we cannot control the external world. Wealth fades, fame crumbles, health withers, but our character, that is ours to command. And so, what is your duty in this life? It is not to seek comfort, but to seek mastery over yourself. To embrace discomfort as a necessary fire that tempers your soul. To greet every challenge with the knowledge that it is not there to destroy you, it is there to refine you. This is the Stoic path. We must train our minds as warriors train their bodies. Each morning, reflect upon the impermanence of life. Memento mori, remember, you will die. This is not a call to despair. It is a reminder to live fiercely, to let no moment slip by without purpose. When anger rises, pause, reflect. Does this serve your higher self? When fear whispers lies of inadequacy, confront it with reason and courage. This is the battle we fight every day, not with swords or shields, but with discipline, wisdom, and unbreakable resolve. We walk this path not alone, but together. Every human soul has faced suffering. Every heart has been scarred by loss. Yet within this shared struggle, we find unity. We rise as one, not because the world is kind, but because we are stronger than its cruelty. Remember this, the only true failure is surrender. Every fall is an invitation to rise. Every hardship is a lesson in disguise. And every breath you take is a chance to begin again. You are not a victim of fate, you are the master of your response. So stand tall, face the storm, and become the architect of your own destiny. This is not just philosophy, this is the art of survival, the discipline of greatness, the embodiment of what it means to be truly free. This is Stoicism. But let us go deeper into the marrow of what it means to live with such unyielding discipline. Consider the concept of amor fati, love of fate. The Stoic does not merely accept fate, they embrace it with open arms. Every misfortune is not just to be endured, but to be loved. This radical acceptance transforms suffering into strength. When fate deals you a harsh hand, the Stoic does not curse the sky. They whisper, "This too is fuel for my fire." To live as a true Stoic is to see every event, joyful or tragic, as necessary. It is to understand that life's flow is neither good nor evil, it simply is. And within that is the greatest freedom. We cannot control the winds of fortune, but we can set our sails to catch them. The discipline is not to avoid suffering, but to meet it head-on, eyes open, heart steady. How do we practice this? Through vigilance and daily reflection. Every night, ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I falter? How can I improve tomorrow? These questions, though simple, are weapons against complacency. They cut through self-deception and reveal the raw, unpolished truth of who we are. Imagine journaling, as Marcus Aurelius did, not to impress others, but to hold a mirror to your soul. His meditations were never meant for public eyes. They were conversations with himself, raw and unfiltered. And yet, those reflections survive today as timeless guides for anyone who dares to confront their own weakness with honesty. To practice Stoicism is also to cultivate indifference to that which lies beyond our control. This does not mean apathy. It means clarity. The opinions of others, the outcomes of your efforts, the twists of fate, these are not yours to command. What is yours? Your character, your reasoned choices, your ability to act with virtue no matter the circumstance. This clarity is freedom. And with this freedom comes responsibility, a duty to live with intention. Every action, every thought must be weighed against the highest standard. Is this worthy of the person I wish to become? The Stoic does not seek perfection but progress. Every failure is an opportunity to refine the soul, to move closer to the ideal. But what of suffering that feels unbearable? What of grief so profound it silences the heart? Here, Stoicism offers no hollow comfort. It offers something far more powerful, the knowledge that you can endure, that even in the darkest night there is a light within you that no external force can extinguish. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. It is the story we tell ourselves about our pain. The Stoic rewrites that story, turning agony into wisdom and despair into resolve. So when you face your next trial, do not ask, "Why me?" Instead ask, "What will I become because of this?" Stand firm, breathe deep, and walk the Stoic path, unyielding, unbroken, and free.